Here we have Rain, a 5-year-old rescued halfling gelding, learning how to ground drive. Les is in the rear, and he drives Rain towards various targets around the arena. And when Rain targets on them, Les clicks, and Neil, the handler at the front, treats. Rain targets different objects. He can target with his feet or target with his nose. Having him target with his feet teaches him to cross over bridges and other trail obstacles that could be used for in-hand trail or trail course competition. Neil makes sure that Rain stays on track and helps guide him while he's learning how to steer off of Les's reins. The reins run through the cinch of the bareback pad, and it keeps them close to Rain's side, so that Les has an easier time of steering him, and also so Rain isn't so bothered by the ropes. Les's hands are mostly kept open on the reins. You don't want to hold the reins too tight at first, because you want to blend in your cues and let the handler do most of the guiding. Gradually you wean the horse off of the handler, and the horse learns to steer off of the long reins, which simulates riding. It's important to teach your horse how to steer before you get on, because many of the problems that we encounter with young horses arise from trying to steer them before they're ready. But when you use the targets, the horse understands that there's a destination, and you can blend in your cues as they're walking to the target. Here, Les asks Rain to back. Neil faces Rain, which encourages him to back. And should Rain have struggled against the long lines, Neil would have blended his cues in from the front to help Rain learn how to back without stressing him. Rain actually softens through the pole and brings his nose back towards his chest, putting slack in the rein. It's a beautiful backup. He earned his click and his treat. To ask Rain to walk forward, Les merely puts slack in the rein and pushes his hands forward. When Rain feels the slack, he's encouraged to walk forward. But had he not walked forward, Les would have tapped him lightly on the sides with the long reins, which is similar to a leg cue. Les and Rain are now making a long haul over to the saddle. Driving your horse to their saddle helps to encourage acceptance of the saddle and prepare them to be ridden. Rain has a lot of trouble with the saddle. He's particularly afraid of it bouncing on his back. But we taught him to become more comfortable with it by having him target it up by his nose at first, and then bringing it around towards his neck and asking him to target, and then actually clicking and treating him for standing still while we placed the saddle on his back. Later we began to bounce the saddle, and though Rain wanted to go forward, he learned to stand still to earn a click and a treat. As you can see, Rain also remembers how to ground tie. Neil throws the rope in front of him, and though we've only practiced ground tying one time before, and it was with a completely different handler, when Rain sees the coiled rope on the ground, he stops. Now that Rain is stationary, we can remove the long reins and reward him for a great training session.